viewers, I am Advocate Priya Rawat from Lexis & Company. Today I am going to talk about the place of swing under CPC. Today in this article we will discuss about the topic known as place of swing, which in simple terms means as a place at which suits for specific types of property can be filed. Suits under the CPC can be filed for many types of property which will be responsible for filing of suit in a specific forum. So general section 15 to 21A deals with the place of swing, in which section 15 deals with pecuniary jurisdiction. Now basically there are two types of jurisdiction. First one is pecuniary jurisdiction, another one is territorial jurisdiction. So here section 15 talks about with the pecuniary jurisdiction, right? So I'll tell you about that jurisdiction in brief. Here I would like to tell you about section 15, which deals with the pecuniary jurisdiction. Section 16 to 18 deals with the forum of swing for immovable property, and section 19 deals with the movable. Section 20 is a residuary section. Section 21 talks about the waiving of defects, while 21A talks about the bar to challenge the decree passed by a former suit. Now, what is pecuniary jurisdiction? Section 15 deals with the pecuniary jurisdictions of the court, which claims that the suit have to be filed within the lower competent court. In short, that suit didn't have to be filed directly into the higher court. Now, for example, I'll give you an example over here. What it means is that pecuniary jurisdiction means there are some limits. Under that limit, you have to file the court. For example, if there is a lower limit, you can file the suit in the district court, and if the limit of pecuniary limit exceeds, then you can directly file that suit into the higher court. Lower court is not like lower court is barred to try such type of suits. Only the higher court is liable to deal in such type of suits which are having the high pecuniary jurisdictions. Fine. So now I'll come back to my topic. So in short, that suit didn't have to be filed directly into the higher court if it can be dealt with the district court or any other small cause court. Let us take an example to understand in a proper and in a brief way. If the valuation of the suit by plaintiff is 5,000 and it can be dealt by the small cause of court, then there is no need to file that case in the higher court, as it will delay the proceedings of the suit that may be dealt in place of. The pecuniary jurisdiction of the court have to be dealt on the basis of valuation by plaintiff, not on the basis of the ultimate decree. It did not mean that court cannot interfere, as court have the power to return the overvalue point. Now second one I'll talk about, as I have already told you, there are basically two types of jurisdiction. First one is pecuniary jurisdiction, which I have already explained. Now I'll come back to territorial jurisdiction. What is territorial jurisdiction? As you have already seen, if the offence is committed in some place, the local police of that particular jurisdiction is having the right to file the complaint or to file the case. Now based on that particular police station, the court is liable to take the case. For example, if the crime is committed in Dwarka, so Dwarka comes under the southwest. So southwest, the jurisdiction of southwest is Dwarka court only. So here the case will be filed in the Dwarka court itself, not in the any other court, as the other court is barred by the territorial jurisdiction. So it cannot try that particular case. Thank you. I hope you like my video. For further queries, do comment in the comment section and I'll clear up with all your queries. Till then, take care of yourself. I hope you like my videos.